my little snacks, it's Michelle Visage. Welcome to another episode of Whatcha, Packin. Joining me today is the legend. It's Raja O'Hara. Hey, Raja.
What's the tea?
Look at you, girl. Top 4, you done did it.
Look, Mom, we made it.
Here in All Stars, you had your season 11 sisters, you had Scarlett, you had Silky, and you had Akira. So that, for starters, must have made you feel really good when you're standing in the workroom and you saw your sisters. Did you like that? Were you like, uh-oh? How were you feeling about that?
You know, it's crazy because I felt so comfortable having them there because, like, we have that natural bond, we have that sisterhood outside of the show. But it was kind of like, dang, now I have to compete against my sisters one more time.
Right.
Here we go again. It was like, I got to come back. I got to prove. I got to do what I want to do. I have to show exactly who I am coming back in this time.
100%, and that's the way you have to look at it, and I think that's what you did. You came this time to slay, and slay you did, and you were able to squash your beef with Scarlett this time around, which was nice.
You know, coming back onto the show and being in the same pressure pot that we were in originally that just kind of melted my whole situation. It was nice to have that moment with Scarlett so we could rehash and, you know, make sure that everything was copacetic and that we were cool.
You decided to top Bianca Del Rio at her game. And not only did you make a dress in less than 5 minutes, you made a dress in less than 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is the dress that I would wear.
Thank God it worked.
How many times did you practice that?
I practiced quite a bit because, you know, sometimes when you want to cut, it gets caught in, the fabric gets caught up in the machine. So I had to make sure everything was seamless and, like, even if anything happened, that I was going to be able to recover and get it done. I'm glad that it worked.
I am so proud of everything that you did. I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud of it too, so.
When you sat home and you watched season 11, and let me tell you something, you were good on there too. I think you just got lost in the sauce a little bit. We lost kind of who Raja O'Hara was. What clicked for you when you decided to come back to All Stars? When they asked you, where was your brain?
Well, when I got the call originally, I was like, yeah, I'll come. And then I was like, oh girl, you just did it again. You just said yes before you knew it. So here I was like, girl, well, you gotta go. You gotta get ready, prepare yourself. You already know what the experience is like. You're not afraid to be away from home now. You just get to go and have fun. Remember to have fun, because the last time I left, as soon as I left, I knew that I forgot to have fun. So I said, coming back, I have to be myself, have fun, and, you know, let God have the rest of it.
You definitely did have fun, and we felt that. You also seemed a lot more relaxed this time, and your drag, though it was very good in season 11, improved so much. And what do you think that was? Did you watch yourself, or did you just keep practicing and keep honing your craft?
We as artists, we are always evolving and growing. So my style most definitely evolved and grew. You know, I got a little bit more coins, so I can spend a little bit more on fabric. And then, you know, I decided to just like submerge myself, put myself at the machine, get into what I absolutely love and what makes me happy.
And you owned the color purple, which is such a powerful, beautiful color.
Thank you.
And I never associated you with it until All Stars. And now, you know, girl, everybody's gonna be getting you purple stuff, purple wigs, purple like you are gonna
I love it.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
And it looks great on you. We had the ball earlier in the season than we normally do. And you went in for it. And that must mean something very big to you, because you ironically went home on the design challenge in season 11.
Woo! It was like a hurdle it was like something that I needed for myself.
Right.
I didn't know if I was gonna win, but I just did not want to go home. I didn't want to.
Right.
You know, I was nervous. The materials, it was all unconventional. None of it was actual fabric. So it was kind of like, ooh, girl, what do I do? What do I do? Don't stress out. Don't stress out. So you know what? I said, you know what? I can do what you can, do what you know that you are capable of, and turn it out, girl, and sell it down the runway, regardless as to what it looked like. But Mother loved it, you guys loved it, and I won the challenge, and I was like...
You also were amazing in drag tots, and even though you struggled with the lisp in the act, yes, but I do want to give you some credit because you tried really hard to get it. You were trying, and I could see you beating yourself up over it because I know you wanted to get it.
What I've come to learn is that some stuff is just out of our control. As long as I put my whole heart into everything that I do, and I do it with good spirit, I feel like the outcome will always work in my favor. And prayerfully, it worked in my favor.
Right.
Although I was in the bottom of that episode, I did not go home.
Right.
Thank you, Jesus.
Let's talk about your snatch game, Miss LaToya Jackson. Were you nervous going into it knowing how obsessed with LaToya RuPaul is, so Ru knew every nuance?
I was absolutely nervous. I actually wanted to just have fun. Again, you know, I challenged myself with picking LaToya Jackson as the character because I did know coming in that Ru was a huge fan, that they have been homegirls for a long time, so I knew that there was going to be pressure. I didn't know how much.
Right.
And I didn't know how much pressure was going to be put on the headband. I should have just brought a headband from somewhere. Made me a little headband out of some fabric on the wall.
But listen, at this point on All Stars, details matter. So it's the littlest, tiniest thing that could have changed the game. It really is. But it was still amazing to watch. And for Ru to be impressed with somebody he loves, it had to be good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take it.
There's obviously a lot of talent this season. The top 4 is very, very strong. But I think you're the one who surprised me the most, Raja, because I knew you're a great queen. I know what you can do, but I didn't expect you to come back this hard. I didn't see it coming, and nothing makes me happier than when I don't see it coming and, you know, it's like, boom, undeniable. And every week you got stronger and stronger. And every week I found myself going, oh, I can't wait to see what Raj is wearing on the runway.
Wow.
Yeah?
That still just like makes me smile from ear to ear. I cannot believe it, but I'll take it. Thank you so much.
Are there any challenges that if you got a second chance to do, you would want to do over again?
You know what? I take everything that happened this go round as a positive. There's no negative in it for me. I had a great time. Even with the time that I was in the bottom, on the verge of going home, you know, I still take that as a life lesson, a learning lesson that we are not always going to be perfect. We're not always going to be at the top. We're not always going to win. But as long as we keep going, we persevere, and we learn from the experience, we're good.
I love that.
And what I learned from that is to take direction. That's what she taught me in that episode.
And how do you feel about that in life?
I'm taking direction very well. I appreciate it.
At the end of the day, you're an entertainer. You want to work in television, film, on stage. If we don't know how to take direction, Raja, we won't get hired.
I understand.
Hey, let's talk about this beautiful finale number that you have next to you. Is that purple velvet?
It's purple velvet with a little bit of some appliques.
And did you make this one, honey?
I did. I made it myself.
What was your inspiration for this? Like when you thought about a Raja O'Hara finale number, how did this come to mind? What was in this for you?
I wanted to do something that I felt like I have never really shown, which is like extreme glamour and like beauty, like soft. I'm not like a queen that's gonna be like rhinestone from head to toe, but I felt like this was my moment to have a little bit more shine, but still be elegant and a little bit timeless and a little fashion forward too. And then of course show off my body. Okay.
Yes, honey.
The body and the leg.
That's it. But this is still very kind of old Hollywood. And you don't have to be rhinestones head to toe. Just that little glint of sequins on the flower and on the neckline is really classy and classic Hollywood. It's absolutely beautiful. And the good thing is, Raja, yes, you're in the top 4. Yes, you've made it to the end. But not only can you be working as a queen, these queens are fools if they don't contact you to make garments for them. I don't know if you're going to have the time, but you can get a pretty penny off of these amazing garments. You are such an incredible seamstress.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I thank you for such an incredible series. It has been so much fun and so much joy for me as a judge to watch you grow and just live and relish in your craft. You're so good at what you do. I feel like this is just the beginning of the new Raja O'Hara. The world is going to be blown away by you, and I'm so here for it. Congratulations for making it to the top 4, darling.
Thank you.
That's another episode of Whatcha, Packin. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
Nothing's gonna stop me. Don't it feel so good when we put it so dangerous?
Subscribe to the Drag Race YouTube channel for all things Drag Race.